Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel ExcelVBA Expert. In today's video, we are going to work on the coding part as we created the user forms, right? All the interfaces that we created, I'm just talking about if you guys are not aware of. So already I have created the video and wherein I shown the demo. Okay, let me show you that thing as well. Here if you will go on my channel, you will be able to see this is the amazing Excel VBA project user verification and SQL server control with what full title I written, I don't know, I've forgotten, with Excel VBA authentication. Okay, so this is the video. I would recommend you guys to watch it first, then watch this video, because this is something where we are going to work on the coding part. Let me show you the user form which we created. This is the login form we created, and we created this send authentication code. Okay, and last, this is the interface where we can manage our database SQL server. From this user form to the SQL, we only will give the command here, and things will keep on happening on the SQL server. Okay, so today's video might be little longer. The reason, because we have to write a code, with lot of condition, with lot of logics. So let's do it together. The first, let's come here. First, what we need to do, we need to we have to work on this particular part, which is create new user. Let me open Outlook first. Okay, Outlook. Oh, let this option come first. All right, this coming. All right, we just open the Outlook. Okay, and simultaneously let's create the structure in the SQL, in the Excel sheet. We want SQL server first of all, where in G2. Then we want database name, then create date, then I want table name, create date. Okay, next I want column name, then data type. Okay, and after that I want user ID, password, and send code. Okay, send code. Now I want to do the validation. If this user exists, where we also need to create one more thing: user ID and password. Here in these two columns, we will be keep on storing our users, right? So here, if equal to VLOOKUP, sorry, if equal to VLOOKUP, this user exist in if, it will not show, it will show us the value. Otherwise it will show us to it will show us the error. Okay, if error is coming, it means user is not getting user is not existing, okay, in our database, right? And here we need to create one random. We have to get some random numbers as soon as we are refreshing. We are making the calculation automatic, we are making the calculation manual, and so on. So run between 65 to 90. Okay, by writing this, we will be able to see the code care. So here we will get the random alphabet. Then again I want 2 to 9, and I want here care. Now let's see. Okay, all right. Next, what I want is, I want the random number 12 to 100 to 1000 to 5000. Okay, this is the random number I want. Now I want to send, what code I want to send. I want to do the sum up of this and this, and any cell. You keep any cell. Okay, for example, this will be the code. I don't want this code, because this is the something which is not good. Here let me change the number. I want from 90 to 100. right? Because here we have to be very very conscious, because here we will be sending the unique authentication code on the email. Okay, that should be completely logical and correct. Okay, so all right, we can do this. Okay, we can do this. Let me change the numbers. 25, then what I will get, let me see. Now it's good. So here we are able to, we have already, now we have completely, made our structure. Now let's work on the user form. Alt F11, come here. First, if the user is clicking on this, so what this should me dot, not me dot, user form 2 dot show. Okay, for example, if I am running this user form, now you will see, okay, I am getting this interface. Now again we need to work on this particular part, create credential. Now let's go on that user form and work on that user form too. First, whenever this user form is getting activated, right, I don't want to show this email address and this text box, not this email and text box. Okay, we have to also, we missed one thing. Okay, while creating this, let me take it little down. Okay, and let me stretch it little down. Let me come here, copy and paste it. Okay, paste it. What next I want is, whenever this user form is getting activated, I don't want to show these two labels and text box. So it is labeled 4 and text box 4. So now let's change the name, enter code. Okay, enter code, simple. So now let's write it, activate me dot label for visible equal to false. Okay, and me dot text for dot visible equal to false. As soon as, see, as soon as I am clicking, as soon as I'm clicking on this send authentication code, okay, then this both should get, I mean these two text box and labels should be visible. Okay, here me dot label for dot visible equal to true, me dot text for dot visible equal to true. That is what actually we have done. Let me show you. If it is getting activated, you see, right? That's what actually I wanted. What I wanted to do. Okay, what next we need to do is, we have to send the authentication code first. What we need to do is, now let's do it. We have to use our brain, 100% today. Now let's do it, because the project is little massive, right? I want to show it at the end, once the code will get sent. So we have to enable two libraries. First of all, one library, especially Microsoft Outlook 16.0, Microsoft Outlook 16.0 object library. Sim OT as new Outlook application, and OML as Outlook dot mail item. Okay. Now here, if me dot textbox 1 dot value is blank, or me dot textbox 2 dot value equal to blank, all right, and user ID and password, or me dot textbox 3 dot value equal to false. If any one of these text box is blank, then it should throw me the error message box, please fill all the details. Okay, VB critical, exits out. Okay, this is what actually we have to write. What next we need to write here, set OT equal to new Outlook dot application, set OML OT dot create item OL mail item. Okay, with OML and with 2 into what email we need to keep, text box 3 dot value dot in CC. I don't want to subject should be like SQL server management tool authentication code. Okay, authentication code. What is the code? Code we will have to code we will have to paste here. But before that, we need to do one thing first. Alright, here we need to declare one sheet, dim sh as a worksheet, set sh this workbook, this workbook dot sheets one. What I want to copy the code from where? I want to copy the code from A8, A8 dot copy. Okay, and I want to paste it where? I want to paste it here so that it will get statically pasted in C1, C2 dot paste. Special and value format, simple. Okay, after that I want the code sh dot range c2 dot value. This is the code, and after that I want to give here now format format now ddmmm yyyh hhmmssim slash pm. Okay, get all the address and time. Okay, and then I want mail body, html mail body. But html mail body we want, now we have to write very carefully. We are hi hi in email address whatever we have before at the rate we want to extract that. Okay, hi vb dot left from me dot text box 3 dot value. Then I want to use here VBA dot find worksheet function dot find. From the left, now we have to do it. Find function VBA dot worksheet dot find. Find we have at the rate VB dot me dot text 3 value -1, and after that we want to close it. Simple. First thing we have done. The second line I want to write. What I want to write? I want to write. Please find the below unique SQL server authentication code to access the tool. Okay, this is the second line we have written, and the third line is we are authentication spelling you guys can take care. Authentication code is, what is the authentication code? sh dot range c2 dot value. This is the authentication code we have. Right, next we have to write thank you. Simple. Thanks and regards. Okay, what next we need to do? We are SQL server management team, SQL server team. Okay, simple. We have done. I want to send it directly. Simple. And after that, at end of the time, I want to have the message box authentication code sent on below email. Okay, below email will be your VB new line, VB not VBA, VB new line, me dot text 3 dot value, VB information. Simple. Now we have written this code. Now let's test it. Really I am getting the notification or not. Now let's run it. Here I am writing one user Akash and password is 123. Email address I'm writing here. Let me open my second email. Just wait. Let me open my second email. It's getting open. So now let's Excel VBA 422@gmail.com. Okay. Now let's send it. Send authentication code. I clicked on this. Now let's see. We are getting the type mismatch error where we are getting. Now let's understand. Alright. If we will not do it, then might be we are wrong. Okay. Just because of -1. Authentication code sent on a blue email. Now let's check. Really, have we got it or not? It's getting refreshed. Definitely we would have got it already, but let me show you. See, this is the code. This is the code that we have got, right? So we are able to send the authentication code, okay, to the on the email. If the email, this is something which I have done only to verify the email address, and definitely this will help a lot, okay, and we can avoid a invalid user to access the tool. This is something, this is the approach you guys can use, okay, in your other projects as well. Okay, so now we have done it. Now we have to put the condition here. After create user, in the create user we have to write the code. If if see, user is not created so far, right? User is not created, so we want this user to be appended in E and F. Okay, so in E, what I want, if simple range from E 10,48,576 dot end excelup dot offset 1 comma 0 dot value. I want to print what, ss dot range, simple range, and what, a2 dot value here, and here dim sh as a worksheet. We have to declare the sheets, otherwise this will be the problematic for us. Okay, not active sheet, this workbook dot sheets 1. Okay, and after that, now let's put it as sh, copy and paste in, this is b2 and this is your g column. Okay, in the g, enf, sorry, enf. All right, message box, user created successfully. Do you think, guys, this is correct? Oh, still we have not given one condition. We have to match this code, right? So here we have to write the code. If me dot, not me dot, ss dot range c2 dot value is equal to me dot text box 4 dot value, then then this should be this exit sub, else message box should be invalid authentication code, db critical exit sub, and it. Okay, and after that, simple, we have done it. Now we have written the code. You guys can see we have written the code. Now let's test it. I'm going to create the user Akash1, password AK Akash123. Okay, email address I'm going to give ExcelVBA422@gmail.com. I'm not hiding anything, I'm showing you everything very openly, guys. Okay, send authentication, send. Now let's check it. Video is going to be long, guys, to be honest. I'm showing end-to-end things. You see, this is the code. We just copied. I'm going to copy this code. I just copied it. Okay, I copied the code and coming here. If I will remove R and if I will create user, if I will enter the R, you see, create user, created successfully. Back, not back. You see, now user got created, but in E and F we have not got anything, right? This, why user not got appended dot value, if this is equal ss dot e 10,48,000 don, okay, sh and here also sh. Okay, now let's test it one time more. Akash 1, Akash 123, and ExcelVBA 422@gmail.com. Okay, see, send authentication code. We have now let's copy and paste. This should work. If we are getting the code, we are getting the authentication email, right? Paste it here and create the user. We are doing it, but the problem is we are unable to see the user, right? Why this is not happening? C2 dot value is equal to, okay, correct. Then this workbook, all right, dot and excel up. This is the e column. Why things are not happening? A2 and A2 and B2 we are doing. Then what is the problem? C2, okay. Message user created successfully, but why it's not happening? 10,48,576, 1 comma 0. Let me test it, okay? One more time. We have to test it, guys, okay? Akash, again, Akash 1, 123, AK. And email address I would like to give here, ExcelVBA 422@gmail.com. Send authentication code. Oh, the problem I just noticed. See, when we are clicking on the create user, where we are printing in the text 1 and text 2, we are not printing anywhere, right? So we have to print it first. So here you have to write here sh.range a2 dot value is equal to b dot text box 1 dot value, then sh dot range b2 dot value b dot text box 2 dot value. Okay, now you see you will be able to create the user successfully. Now let's do it. Akash 1, Akash 123, email address excelvba422@gmail.com. And now you see, now definitely this is going to be happy. This is the code. Now let's paste it, copy it, and come and paste it. You see, invalid authentication code. Why? Oh, all right. Just do it. Authentication. We received different authentication. This is the authentication code. Okay. Authentication code is this. That's why it's very important, guys. Create user. But we are able to see in E and EF in the background. If you guys can look at, you will be able to see the user got created. Okay, so send authentication code and create user. In these two buttons that we have written the code, and it's working quite good. Now we have to write the code in the back. In the back, what should happen? B dot hide, simple. All right. So now let's test it. User form 1. If we will come here, you see, create user, and this is something we have written the code in this particular user form. Now we have to write the code where? We have to write the code here. Okay, first whenever this user form is getting activated, this loading should get hide, and this is the label 6. So now let's write the code here. User form me dot label 6 dot visible equal to false. See, it has gone now. Okay, and very important thing, we have to make it log out. Okay, we have to write here log out. Here, if when we are clicking, this should be like this. This workbook dot close save should be simple. Okay, now what next we need to do? Whenever we are clicking here, first all these three text boxes should be filled up with the details. So me, by default, whenever this user form is getting activated, so my SQL server automatically should get captured if the user already have updated their SQL Server. So in SQL Server, I want to print in H2. So in H2, it should be here like me.textbox3 dot value equal to this workbook dot sheets 1 dot range H2 dot value. Simple. Okay, you see, it's still blank. I have a different. Let me open my SQL Server first. SQL Server, SQL Server. Okay, it is getting open now. Let me open it first. Okay, it's getting open. So meanwhile, we can write the code. So I want to have, if the user is clicking on the click to login, first they should get match. Then if the user is getting, if the user is existing, okay, in our database, then they should allow us to, open this user form 3. Okay, now let's do it. How? Come here. Here we have to declare one sheet, dim sh as a worksheet, set sh this workbook dot sheets. Here we have to, write the code. Sh we have to, print those user id and password which user is, entering in the text box. Those things should get print in a2 and b2. Okay, so here it should be in a2 dot value me dot text box 1 dot value sh dot range b2 dot value. Okay, me text box 2 dot value. Okay, if here we have to do application dot the calculation is equal to automatic first. Okay, and next, if this is still, error, then it should not allow us. So here, if VBA dot is error, we also have a different way to, create and to authenticate the users, but I just would like to tell this way is very very simple. So here, now let's do it. So a5 is, if a5 sh dot range a5 dot value is still error, okay, still true, or the same for a b6. If b6 is b6, then it is what happen here. Dot value, okay, VBA b6 dot value. Then message box should be user is not authorized for this tool. Please contact with admin. Simple. VB dot critical exit sub and simple. This is we are checking user. Okay, I will share this file guys with you today again. Okay, here we are writing the code from the scratch and I'm showing you one by one everything. Okay, so this is something which is called expertise, that if you have the expertise, if you have a understanding that you can write the code, any code you guys can write it, okay, without help of Google. You should have the mind. I mean, you should already be have, but it's still, I mean to say, if we have a logic, if we have a good thoughts that how we can do the projects and what kind of approaches that we can have and we can implement, we can execute in the project. Okay, and that is something should also work for others user as well. So it means that really you are the good person, in the VBA. Okay, and VBA is not a easy thing guys. Okay, so we have done it. If it's still, then me dot height, okay, user form 3 dot show false. Okay, this is something should happen. Now let's check, and one thing you know we have not done. It should be like application dot wait. Now why we are writing this code? To show the loading level, right? 0 0 0 3 I want to wait. Then me dot label 6 dot visible equal to true. Now my user authentication is Akash1 Akash123. Now let's check it. Still my server name is not, I'm writing my server, for example, my server. Okay, and I'm writing here Akash 1 cache 123. Now you see create login. Loading is coming, right? This is something. That's why that I have done. If I will click on the, now we have written the code, on that user form as well. Very big thing is that we are able to achieve the two user form codes. User form 1 we have written, we in user form 2 also. In user form 3 I want to have what I want to have. I want, if user is clicking on the home button, it should get hide, me dot hide 2 dot show. Okay, and I have got my, wow, 3 user forms, 3 SQL server I have got. Okay, let me copy the server name first. I copied it and let me paste it somewhere. Let me paste it. Akash 1, Akash 1, 2, hit to login. One thing we missed to do, why? What? Because SQL server we are not printing, in H2. That's what actually we forget. So now let's do it again. Here we have to sh.range in h2 dot value should be me dot text box 3 dot value. Okay, and you see I'm pasting it. Akash 1, Akash 1, 2, 3. Click to login. Going home, back. Okay, that is navigation, something which is in your hand, guys. You can do it. Okay, we have done. Now let me show you. Still, it's working or not. SQL server is automatically getting detected, through the Excel sheet. Okay, whatever SQL server we are able to, fetch it by default. If you have a different, you can just paste it here. Okay. All right. Now let's come here. User form 3. In user form 3, first, what I want to extract total database we have in SQL server. Okay. Now we have to write first. We have to write the code where in activate. So here the code should be, we have to enable one library to integrate our SQL server with the Excel. That will be your Microsoft ActiveX. Microsoft ActiveX Data Object 6.1 library. Write the code dim CNN as new AudioDB connection, RST as new record set, key as an integer. Okay, and dim str as string, qry as a variable. Now str, let's create this string. This is very important thing. Provider SQL OLEDB, sorry, SQL OLEDB 1.0 integrated security. Spelling is very important, guys. SPI. What is the data source? Data source, it means the server name. Server name we have where we have our server name in range sh.range. Okay, in range h2 dot value. Okay, next initial catalog. What user form I want to, what default database I want to give you. The default database we have MSDB. Let me show you what default database we have. So default database we have, it is still coming. Let's wait. System database in the system master we can give. Okay, we can write here master. Simple. Okay, and we have to declare one variable dim sh as a worksheet, set sh this workbook dot sheets. Okay, and here we have done it. Here cnn dot open str. Okay, and now we can execute cnn dot execute. In the execution we can write here select. I am showing you in the SQL server what all we want. Let me create one query for you guys for the understanding purpose. Okay, it's getting hang. All right, let's wait. It's coming. So really, guys, we will be able to achieve this big project, and here definitely you guys will learn a lot. what kind of steps that we are doing, how we are doing it, what kind of approaches we have, what kind of thoughts that we have, okay, for this project. Otherwise, we won't be able to create it. Let me show you. Select, you guys can see, select star from system databases. Okay, so here only we want two columns, not more than that. But all columns I want, let me show you. I want name and this create date. Simple. So here we can write here name, select name and create date from system databases. Simple. Spelling should be correct, guys. Okay, we have written, we want to print it where ss.range. Where we want to print, we have created the structure in j2 dot value, not copy from rst. In rst you have to write your code like this. Let's store it in the one query, the query q or y. Stored, we have stored, and rst we already declare. Rst dot open q or y cnn key set. Okay, simple. Cnn dot close, and before that every time this should get delete first. ss dot range, what I want from j2 to k1000 should get clear first. Okay, then it should get again done. Simple. If I will execute, you see, now you will be able to see. So code is getting running. Code is running here. SQL Server. Okay. We definitely have something. You see. Let me close it first. You will be able to see this is the database we have got, right? Now we have to show it where? We have to show it in this particular list box. Okay. So here I want here with me dot list box 1, and with I have dot columns count 2 dot columns head we have, columns heads we have equal to false, dot columns width, for example I have 120 and 120. Row, I would like to give here ss dot range in j1 dot current region dot address. Simple. Now you see. Sorry. Now you see. Are you able to see this database names? We're able to print here. You guys can, also change the fonts and font size. I'm just keeping it as it is. I'm not going to change, because otherwise if I will do such a formatting, it will take little time. Now we are able to, show the database. Let me show you the proper, from the scratch. Now let's create it. For example, as soon as you will open this utility, you will have this particular interface first. Okay, if you don't have a user, I mean id, you can create from here. Okay, for example, again I am creating ak1 ak123. Okay, in email address excelvba 4 excelvba422 at the rate gmail.com. Now send authentication. We have sent the, okay, still let's remove it and let me open it. This is the code we have. Copy it, come here and paste it here and create the user. We are successfully able to create the user. Now back. Now write here ak1 ak123. Now click to login. Now we have, now you will be able to see, this is the user form that we have got. So till now we are in the sequence, guys. Now what next step? If I'm clicking on the trigger 1, I want to have all the tables we have in under this particular database. Okay, now let's do it. How we can do that? So here we have to write the code in this particular list box. Come here, I want to write code here. Now let's copy it first. Copy it. and paste it. Okay, and also we have to do it what ss.range. I want to clear first of all whatever tables we have in which column, in the column of m to n, m2 to n1000 dot clear I want to have. We did it. And next what we need to do is I will have to declare two variable db as variant, okay, and tbl, not tbl, it's okay. Now first we have to write 1k as an integer. We have to store for k 1 to me dot list box 1 dot list count minus 1. Next k, I'm here, I am fetching the database name. I'm fetching the database name, fetching database name. Fetching spelling you guys can take care. And db, if me dot list box 1 dot selected item is k is equal to true, then what I would like to do is I would like to print my value here me dot list box 1 dot list k. This is the index k comma 0 in the column starts in the list box always from the 0. Okay, and it. Now we have a database name here in the db, and next what we can do is here we can start writing the code. We can directly copy it, this string, and can paste it here. Okay, after pasting it here we have to also write the code. We have to make one change because this is the db. In the initial catalog we have to give the db is your this, and this is the db. Okay, simple, we have done it. Now we have to write the code in query select. Now let me show you in the SQL server, guys. Let me show you in the SQL server. Select star dot tables. See, I would be having all the tables name. If I have declared, if I have activated one database particular Python database, so under that Python database, whatever the active database we will have under that Python data. Now you see, you will be able to see all the tables we have under the Python database. Now let me show you. It is still coming, executing the query. You guys can see on the bottom side. Why we have not declared? Let me activate it first. Now print the values. Now you see. Again, I would like to have the table name and the create date. Still, it's coming, executing the query. I don't know why it's taking so much time, but let's wait. Let's wait. Oh God, why it's taking so much time? Okay. You see, name and create date I would like to have. So everything is same. We can directly copy it. We can copy it and we can directly paste it. Nothing is changed. We have to do it only tables. Okay. Simple. All right. Now let's open the string str rst dot open qrcnn open key set. Okay, and again I would like to print it where I would like to print it in m column m2 dot copy from record set rst cnn dot close message box, not message, I don't want to have any message. Okay, I'm going to execute. Now let's see, still it's working on. Now I am going to click on the Python data, click it. Okay, execute it, Python data, still it's getting executing. Now let's see if we will be able to fetch the value, then it means that we are successfully able to get the details, okay, of the tables, and as far as about to printing those details in the list box, that is not a big deal. Okay, still it's running. Let's see SQL server, because the code is not so massive I would say, but yes, the logic is very important. How you're creating the functions, how user form is working, how friendly it is for the user, right? So it's still not responding. Why it's taking so much time? I also have not saved this file. Okay, Now let's see. Query timeout. Why? What is the query we have given? Name, create, date from system tables. Okay. And here we have a create date. Yeah, we have a create date. Why it is not happening? Let me save it first. Okay. Let me save it. Otherwise, whatever the work we have done, if it will get closed, everything will be waste. Let me save it. I saved. It is getting saved. Now let's execute. Click on the Python data. As soon as I clicked on the Python data, now let's see. Why it is taking so much time? Yep, successfully we are able to. Because what happened first time when it is getting executed, from the Excel to VBA, so might it take to it successfully. That is the point. Now let's print the same in the list box too. Click here. Now just copy it and come here and paste it here. Now change the text box. This box to, and it will be your now M1. Okay, now let's do it. I'm clicking on Python data, guys. You see, it also depends. I have opened the multiple files as well. That's why I think this is the reason it is taking time. But yes, if you will keep on using it, it will not, take so much time. As I have already shown you, okay, in the last video, how quite good, it was working. Now let's see. You see, are you able to see all the tables? If I'm clicking on SQL Server question, you will be able to see the less tables we have in SQL questions. It is still getting executed. Now let's see. I have to open the multiple, SQL I already have opened. I have to close few of them. Even if your SQL and Outlook is closed, but still this will work. That is the power. Okay. Now you see. Once are you able to see Python data and Angular, whatever wherever you will be clicking, you will be able to see the tables. Whatever the tables we have under that particular, we have whatever the tables we have under that database. Okay, and those tables we will be able to easily show in the list box too. Okay, now let's let it come. And here you guys can see on the right hand side, you will be able to see these total database, total tables. We have to also do it. Okay, now we are able to do it. Now if I'm clicking here, I want to have the columns names. Okay, so now what you guys can do, you can copy it and paste it here, and after that, not here, yes, here, and copy it and paste it here. So here I want to P and Q. P and Q we have to clear. P and Q. Okay, and after that I want to have now let's copy the string, copy it and paste it. We have to do it here. Columns. Now let me show you the how we can do that. Here we have to write like this: select star information. Sorry, from information dot schema dot column. Let me execute it. You will be able to see we will have all the columns. You see all the columns we have under where table name we have Python data, for example. Then I will be having, not it is a Python, not saving. Saving is the table we have saving. See, These are the three columns. We have column names and data type I want to. So now let's write the code here like this. Table column name and data underscore type. You see. Okay, copy the same and come here and paste it here. Paste it here, Q or Y, simple. But here we have to do two things. We have to declare one. Uh, we have to also capture DB name as variant and table name also as a variant. Okay, we have to get two things. Okay, variant. Now let's do it. For here we are getting database name first. Now what we have, we already written the code. Come here. We already have written the code where here. Copy it and paste it here. DB we have got. Now copy the same and paste it here for table. Getting table name. Okay. Just you need to make it 2 and 2. Simple. And instead of DB, write here TBL. Simple. Okay. We are able to fetch the details of database and tables. Now you have to do very simple thing. Instead of this, you have to write like this. Table is TBL. Simple. And here you know it should be your DB. Okay. Now let's execute. cnn.open str rst.open q or y cnn and ad open key set. And now I want to print it where in I want to print it in p2 dot copy from record set rst cnn dot close. Okay, and I want to print the same in with me dot list box. Now let's simply copy and paste, otherwise let's save the time. Now paste it here and make it 3. Make it 3. And in J1, instead of J1, write here P1. And now let's execute. As soon as I clicked on the executed code, I will be able to see that interface. Can also have the tables, also the tables we have under the Python data, and whatever the columns we have under the specific tables, I'll show you that as well. It is still coming due to lot of files, it's taking time, but in your system it will not take so much time. Okay, let it happen first. Let me also connect my charger, otherwise this will get shut down. All right, now I think it's sorted. See why we are not able to see that interface, just because of we have open, we are working on the multiple things as of now. Okay, now if I will show you still where it is, you see, if I want to have what all I shown you, the saving, right, saving in the SQL server, I'm clicking on this particular one, savings. As soon as I clicked on the saving, it is saying arguments are of the wrong type or out of the acceptable range, or we are in conflict with one another. Why? Provider column name we have from information schema columns, where table name is this, table name is saving, it's all right. Table date Python data it is also okay. QRY is your empty. Oh, you see QRY I have not written, it is QYR. QRY. Okay. Now let's F8. You see, still it's executing. We have pasted, you will be able to see. Now let's execute. These are the 3 columns I have shown you. Okay, if I will click on the list 2, you will have a different name. If I will click on documents employee data, you will be able to see this employee data. If I will be clicking on the master data 1, you will be able to see all these columns, right? So we are successfully able to do this. Now let's execute. Let's work on this particular total database, total tables, total columns, and SQL Server. As soon as this is getting activated, I would like to have first of all, text box name. It is which text box? It is text box 4, text box 3, text box 2. Okay, so on. Now first, it's still getting activated. Me dot text box 4 dot value. I would like to have here ss dot range h2 dot value. Okay, so you will be able to see. You will be able to see the SQL Server name here. Still coming. You see, right? And in total database, I would like to have also one thing. Copy and paste or text box 1. It should be worksheet function dot count ss dot range, where we have a list in j1 dot entire column minus 1. Simple. Copy the same, and after clicking on where we after clicking on list box 1, the list box 1, I would like to also have the table name. It will be printing in 2. It is j not 1, it is m1. Now let's do it m1. After that, come here, column name will be your, come here and column name will be your p1. Okay, p1, and it will be your 3. Now let's execute. If I'm clicking on, Anjali database, I clicked on Anjali database, you will see total database we have got. Now if I'm clicking on Anjali database, I also will be having the table names in the list box 2, and simultaneously also it will be telling us how many tables we have. Okay, and the similarly for the list box 3, which is the total columns. This lady is coming. I don't know why it is taking so much time, really. Okay, you see, correct. And after that, I'm clicking on master data. As soon as I clicked on master data, it's showing 1, right? So here we are able to do it. We are able to do it everything. Now only we need to work where delete database, delete table, delete columns, add columns, rename columns, and all. Okay. So I'm leaving two things here for you guys. Okay. I would like to leave for add columns for you. Okay, add columns I'm leaving for you guys, and rename columns I would like to teach you. Okay. Add columns and rename columns. These two I am leaving for you. Delete database, delete table, delete columns I am doing in front of you. Okay. If I will click on the delete database, so what should happen? Dim k as an integer. I would like to copy everything. Okay, and paste it here. Here I would like to have for k1 2 p dot list box 1 dot list count minus 1. Next k, I also would like to have a db name, db as variant. Here, if me dot list box 1 dot selected k equal to true, then I would like to store my name in db me dot list box 1 list k comma 0, and if, and I would like to have the same string here. It should be your master now. Okay, it should be your master default. Okay, and cnn dot open str. Here I would like to execute the code directly from here. Drop database. What is the database name? db message box cnn dot close the connection. Message box, database has been deleted successfully. I'll show you guys. Okay, VB critical. Simple. We have done it. Let me show you one. I'm executing. Come here, and if I'm clicking on what I can delete here, I can delete here. I can delete here. What all I can delete? I don't want to delete anything. Let me create one dummy database for you guys. Create database db1. Simple. I executed. My database got created. You will be able to see the successful message very soon. Why my SQL, VBA, Excel is taking so much time? I don't know. Still executing. Come fast pace. Okay, it's done. Let me come on home. Back. Okay, I will have to change the navigation. I'm executing. You will be able to see here dummy db1. db1 is here. I created today. db1 I created today. I clicked on the db1, but still it will load all the tables and will print in the list box too. Let's wait for a second. Delete database, delete table, delete columns. I will teach you guys, but add columns, rename columns, you will be doing by yourself. Okay. If you will have question, you do let me know. I will be not protecting anything. I'll show you everything. Okay. You see, I can click on delete database. I deleted it, and again duplicate I have. Okay. Object variable not defined, str as a string. Okay. What is the problem? Okay, sh we have not set. Set sh this workbook dot sheets one. Okay, now let's again execute it. We have executed. Clicking on db1. See, today we have created on 30th of October. You will be able to see the create date as well. Against the db1 it is showing 10/30/2024. You also guys may change the formatting of the date if you guys want, but I'm leaving it as it is, as I have received from the SQL server. Okay, so now let's wait. So I hope guys that definitely you will be able to achieve a lot of things. Okay, I'm clicking on delete database. As soon as I clicked on the delete database, it will show us the successful message. Database has been deleted successfully. Instead of critical, we have to put the different sign. Now you will know, you won't be able to see the database here. Let me also first of all, it should be not a VB critical, it should be VB. Let me execute it. Now you won't be able to see the DB1. Are you able to see? No, right? We do not have. That is the reason, guys. That is the reason that, okay, the same thing you also will not get in the SQL also. Okay, it has got deleted. If somebody is not so familiar with the SQL, if you have created such a tool and still you want them to handle all the tables, columns, if they want to add, if they want to delete, if they want to know what are the tables that we have, right? What are the unnecessary tables we have, what all we can delete. They all can have a information from this tool, right? So now let's write the code in the delete table. The delete table, come here. Simple simple you have to do copy it. Simple copy the same code. Simple copy the same code and paste it here. Here what we have to do, we have to do very very simple thing. Here we have getting database. We already have written the code somewhere, right? So okay, here just copy the same, come here and delete it and paste it. Simple. You have done it. And after that, what do you need to do? Come here, drop table, drop table. You have to write the code table tbl. Simple. And here instead of master, you will have to do the same reference of db. So here it should be your db. Simple. I know it is so complex now, it's becoming, because it's about the end, that's why. Okay, and now it will be your delete tables. Table has been deleted successfully. Simple. That is what actually you need to do. Now let's run it and I'll show you guys, don't worry. Come here, and I do have a lot of tables in the Anjali. In the SQL questions, I do have so many tables. I have sheet 1, I have a tbl. I would like to delete it. For example, delete tables. Table has been deleted. You want to have the look master data. If you will click, and you will be able to see, you won't be able to see everything. Oh, we have done something. Delete tables, right? Tables we have deleted, obviously, because still tbl is showing. Why? Because if we have refreshed, I'm coming on the project clear method. Here you will have to write on error resume next. Okay, and run it again. If you will again will come on SQL question, TBL has gone. Alright, so you will have to refresh it. So here I have shown you guys that how we can delete the database, how we can delete the tables. Now at end we have to delete the columns. How we can do that? Now let's go. And delete the columns, what you have to do, you will have to simply do everything, just copy everything till here, copy everything and paste it. Simple. And after pasting, what you can do, you can directly come and write the code cnn.execute. Okay, alter table. In alter table, what is the table name? It is tbl. Okay, and after that what you can do is, you can write drop columns, drop table name, column name, right? Right, so we have to get the column name as well. So here column as variant. So come here, copy the same, paste it here, and here we are having the column name, column. Okay, so here it will be your list box 3, list box 3, list box 3, list box 3. Okay, and it will be your col column. Okay, come here, now drop alter table, drop columns. Here you guys can write column. How do we write? Here we write like this. For example, if I have select star from master data. Okay, master data 1. So what I can do, I can copy it and alter table. Which table? This table. Then alter, sorry, drop column. Which column I want to delete? Sales. You see, it will show me the success message. So this is the syntax, guys. Drop column, simple column, not columns. Columns. Which column? COL column. CNN got closed. Connection we have closed. Message box. Columns. Column has been deleted. DB information. Now let's do it. I clicked on SQL question first. Master data. Here I would like to delete the amount one. In amount, I would like to delete the delete columns. Column, okay, spelling is wrong here. Column. F it. Still we are having issue somewhere. TBL we have drop columns. Come here, still it is the amount, everything is good to go. What is the problem? Drop column we have done. We have to give the space, I think. Let's give space. Okay, space we have given. Press F. We delete it. Now let's refresh. Sheet 1. Now you won't be able to see the amount. I'm deleting the branch. See. Now let's refresh it again. You see, it has gone, right? And now we are able to do it very effectively. So if you want to do, now see, when you will click on this particular box, I mean, I would like to say not a box, but yes, the tool, then you would like to write, you should have write the code me application dot visible equal to false. Okay, user form 1 dot show, simple. And when we are doing the logout, so what is happening, it should be application dot visible equal to true, the top first. Okay, now let's do it. Logout. We clicked on the logout, guys. Now we will open it once again. Let me open it. This is the tool, guys. I'm opening. You see, correct? Now you also have a same interface which I have shown you. AK1 I have, AK123, and I'm clicking on click to login. Now I have the same interface. You guys can have, you guys can do anything you want to do. You see, right? So we have done everything live from the scratch. I have not skipped the video at all. Okay guys, so thank you so much everyone for watching the video guys.